Hey guys,
All
what's
right.
going on? Welcome to another video on my channel, Hairliciously. Today we have Barry once again. And for those who don't know Barry, he was actually the winner at Motion Clinic's hair transplant giveaway last year. And he's been giving us almost monthly updates on his hair transplant progress. So thank you so much, Barry. And it's good
Yeah,
to have
man.
you again.
Yeah, you too. Nice to see you.
So how's everything going? Give us an update.
It's
What
going
month is it
okay.
now? What month is
Uh,
this?
we are almost, well, I've been counting
Uh-huh.
like calendar days, so
Yeah.
we're just up on 360 days.
Oh, so is that almost a year
It's
then?
it's almost a year, like not month to month, obviously, but like day to
Yeah,
day
yeah,
type of thing. So yeah, but yeah, it's
yeah.
we're pretty close to the 12-month mark.
Wow. For some reason, we were still like around like the 9 to 10 month mark, but I didn't
Well, I mean,
just
August was the August. Sorry, August was the procedure. So
yeah,
we're like,
right at the 1 year mark.
yeah, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Man,
Pretty
that's
close to
crazy,
it.
dude. It just time just flies by.
It's nuts. It's
Yeah, and your
crazy.
hair looks amazing, man. You've been growing it out.
Thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been trying. I've
Uh-huh.
had a couple of haircuts. I'm trying to get rid of the curls that I don't know
Yeah.
why they're there, but they're
Uh-huh.
there.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna grow it out and see what happens.
What are your plans? Are you just growing it out longer, or is there like a
Yeah,
particular
I'm just
hairstyle?
gonna grow it. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna grow it long and probably get just decide what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, that's kind of my goal is to grow it a little bit longer and see what happens.
As you go along, you can always, either decide to grow it out, and there's so many possibilities, right? Now that you
Yeah,
have a full head of hair
yeah,
again. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
How much growth would you say now that you've hit your almost 1 year mark? Would you say in terms of like, I guess like percentage wise, do you think you've achieved like nearly, I guess, full growth or 100%, or if you kind of had to give it a percentage?
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
100%. Definitely not. I'd say I'm probably. I don't know. I'm thinking about 80%,
80%?
75, 80%, because
Uh-huh.
there is some like I don't you probably can't see, but
Hmm.
there's some thin spots behind the
Hmm.
hairline and stuff like that. So I mean,
Okay.
like for me personally, it's it it looks thick
Hmm.
because my hair is coarse anyway,
Yeah.
right?
It helps with density,
Um,
right?
it does,
Yeah.
but like going through it with your everyday procedures and
Mhm.
stuff like that, I think
Mhm.
the density is not quite there yet. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
who knows? It might thicken up
Hmm.
over the next 3 4 months. Who knows, right? But for what it is right now, I'm come on, it's great, right?
Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
say like if you kind of go back to like the 9 to 10 month mark, would you say it's actually improved over the span of like those
Mm,
2 months?
I don't think a whole lot. It's just
Mhm.
grown.
It's just growing longer.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's just all like coming together now and it's starting, it looks thicker than what I
Yeah.
think it is. It feels really thick, and when it's
Mhm.
wet, it looks thick and stuff like that. But like,
Mhm.
it's your head, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what's thin and
Right.
you can see like the changes and stuff.
Mhm.
So, right now I'm going through, I think it's a dutasteride shed.
Okay.
So I'm noticing like a lot of,
Yeah.
more hairs than usual. Like
Mhm.
2 months ago, there was like almost no hair fall at all.
You've taken Dutast, right? Did you take it before the hair transplant or was it after the hair transplant?
It was
I
after I
don't.
was on,
It was
yeah,
after. Okay.
I was on finasteride for, well, full time,
Hmm. Yeah.
and then I started introducing
Hmm.
dutasteride twice a week. Now I'm doing it every day.
Yeah. And you're still doing
Yep,
minoxidil, right?
yep,
Yeah, minoxidil twice a
once a
day,
day. No,
5%.
once a day.
Oh, once a day. Okay. The
Yep,
topical,
do
right?
once a day.
Yeah, once a day.
Yep,
Okay,
yep,
cool.
yep.
Yeah, like I mean, when I had both hair transplants, they say, I mean, it's really subject dependent. Some people see their full results at, 9 months to 12
Mm,
months, but I've seen some doctors, they say up to 18 months.
yeah, yeah, I read that
So I
on.
mean, some people, it really depends, how quickly the hairs grow and if it's shedding, sometimes, like you said, it might be induced shedding because of certain medications like minoxidil or finasteride or
Sure.
dutasteride. So I would still give it some time. It's just crazy, like just kind of like going back to like the initial photos that you sent when you were submitting the submissions for the drawing for Motion
Oh
Clinic,
my God.
and
Yeah.
then just looking back and then just looking at your hair now, like it's just crazy density and
It's
just it's
crazy.
really
Yeah.
amazing.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. No,
Uh,
I gotta say, like, it's,
mhm.
you can nitpick everything about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But there has to be a point where it's just like, holy God, like it's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks good. I'm happy with it.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like sometimes people might kind of overestimate like hair transplant because the goal is to, you're not going to get the native density that you've had before you lost hair. You're getting at least like 50% of density that you had before. And that's enough to create that illusion of a full head of hair. And I think sometimes, even for myself, like like when I'm outside in like direct light or direct sunlight, it's obviously going to look thinner compared
Yep.
to the native areas or the areas behind where, the native hairs are growing. And so that's kind of like one of the main reasons why a lot of people end up getting second hair transplants, right? They just wanted to really add in that density. But if you're happy with, the first hair transplant, a lot of people are just okay with that and they just move on with life. But there are other people like myself who've gone for second hair transplants. Some people get third
Sure.
transplants. Do you have any future plans to go back and maybe add in some density or touch
I
up
don't
some
know.
areas?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always, thought about the crown a bit because the crown
Yeah.
it's thinning. I
Uh-huh.
don't think it's gotten any worse than it has this time last year. So,
Mhm.
I'm looking at my age too, to the point where it's like, okay, I'm 48, you know.
Well, you look younger now.
Is it
Now
that
that.
well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Well, I'll go back to what you said. Like, it's you were saying that it's not going to look like it was
Yeah.
years ago, but I mean,
Right.
it's a lot better than it ever was.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I got nothing to complain about. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah.
wear a hat. I don't wear a hat no more.
Mhm. You're
It's
done.
crazy. I just don't bother with a hat
Yeah.
no more. It's just like, my wife she makes fun of me because I just I put my hands through it and I just mess it up to this
Mhm.
afro type of thing. And she's like, you can't go out in public with that. I'm like, well, I am.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. Like,
Right,
I
right.
got it, so I'm going to show it
Uh-huh.
off, right?
Yeah.
So, I kind of like have a bit of fun with it, so it doesn't bother
Mhm.
me anymore.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, I
good
mean
thing.
it looks amazing, man. Like I just can't believe like just how much hair that you've been growing out and just the results overall. Um
Yeah,
uh,
it just grew like out of nowhere.
yeah.
I would say like in the last 2 3 months, it did have this like major
Hmm.
sprout of, you know, my hairdresser. I went to, well, I think I mentioned this last time. I got a haircut.
Yeah.
I went to my son's barber, and he was just like, I always bring my son there, but I would never get a
Hmm.
haircut. And he was just kind of like, "You're here without your kid today."
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I want a haircut." He goes,
Uh-huh.
"Right on." He goes, "What's up?" He goes, "What's going on here?"
Uh-huh.
I goes, "Well, I had to tell you because you got to know, right?" And
Yeah.
he goes, "Man, it's a wicked job. It looks fantastic." He goes, "I had to question it because
Hmm.
you always wore a hat when you came in, and it's
Hmm.
shorter now. But you said before, you always had a longer hairstyle, kind of
Right.
covering up something, right? So I
Mhm.
knew something was up when you came in." And he
Right.
goes, "Man, it's a great job."
Hmm.
So he was questioning it. He wasn't sure what was
Uh-huh.
going on. So I'm like, that kind of built the confidence up even more. It was
Uh-huh.
he was pretty cool with it, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah. Well, now that you've hit your 1 year mark, would you recommend getting a hair transplant now that you've kind of gone through the whole process from start to finish for somebody who's balding and a lot
Yeah.
of people have doubts and they're afraid of proceeding with hair transplant. But since you've gone through that journey, would you have anything that you would recommend or as people that are kind of like hesitant between doing a hair transplant and not doing one?
Personally, me,
Yeah.
it's do your research obviously first,
Right.
right? Get that. It depends on your age too. If you're
Mhm.
young, get on the medication, right?
Mhm.
Get that going
Right.
first because that could be a miracle thing where you just regrow your hair back,
Right. And you might not even
right?
need to get a hair transplant.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
for I think for young people who try that first, hair transplant might not
Mhm.
even be an option at all. So that would
Right.
be the first step. But yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
do it. If you do your research, get it all done. Make sure you research your proper doctor, the right
Mhm.
clinic. You know, research all avenues.
Yeah.
Why not? If you have the money too, right? Of course, is the biggest
Right.
thing. And
Right.
if you can, like,
Uh,
to travel and stuff like that, and if you can make a trip out of it, that would be great.
mhm.
If it's something that you think it's going to rebuild your confidence, and of course, why not?
Yeah.
What do you got to lose, really?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as
So
long as you do your due diligence, you search and find a reputable clinic that does good work, then
yeah,
why not, right? It's a life
yeah,
change. Yeah.
yeah. Of course, and if
Mhm.
if if you got the type of head that can rock a ball, look, that's awesome too,
Yeah. Right.
right? I mean, I don't have the head that can rock a ball. Look, I just don't. So I just
Uh,
didn't want to. This opportunity presented itself, and of course, it's amazing, right? So of
mhm.
course, I was going to run with it. Why not?
Do you regret not getting one done sooner? Do you think it would have made a difference if you got it like,
Mm,
let's say, in your 30s as opposed to like your mid 40s?
I don't know. It's
Uh,
that's such you know what I
uh,
mean. That's a complicated question
yeah.
because I it's all timing for me, and I think that way anyway. Like everything is just timing.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I got it done now. I
Hmm.
mean, maybe if I had it done it back then, I
Hmm.
probably wouldn't have researched it as well as I did this one.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it could have been a botched job. Who knows? So,
Right.
you know,
Hmm.
I guess if I, you know, had the information back then, maybe. But I
Yeah.
mean, who
I
cares, man?
mean,
I'm
yeah.
I'm I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Right. Right. Like, I guess one pro would be like you've waited to the point where your hair loss has really stabilized. Like, if you had gotten a hair transplant like way early on, like let's say like your early 20s, and
Mm,
you weren't sure whether, like how severe your hair loss is going to progress over the next few years, and then you ended up getting one done, that would have been like a
mm,
disaster because you would have still lost hair. And then,
right.
as opposed to you've waited until your 40s, and then it's basically stabilized for the most part. You've been on hair loss drugs, so
Yeah.
that's one good thing. But I guess also on the same time, like, some people do want to get it done sooner as opposed to later, just because if they're losing hair, I guess a lot of people, they lose their self-confidence, right?
Oh, sure.
And I guess some people just don't want to wait, but to each their own, right? Some
If
people
I
want
was 30, if I was 30 now,
yeah.
with like
Right.
when I was 30, there wasn't,
Uh-huh.
I just got a
Uh-huh.
like cell phone for the first time, and
Right.
Facebook was just,
Uh-huh.
pushed out there. So I mean, it's just a different time. So I'm glad I'm in the era where I
Hmm.
had the information. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we're talking about like 10
So
years, right? 10, at least 10 plus years, where the technology back then wasn't as good or wasn't readily as available as it is nowadays.
yeah,
Right. So I mean, even
yeah,
from like a hair transplant standpoint, like there's so many things that's improved, different techniques. There's a lot of doctors who've, kind
hmm
of, they've perfected the art and craft of hair transplantation. So,
absolutely,
that also came to your benefit. So, I mean,
big
overall, man,
time.
I'm really happy for you, man. It's I can't
Thanks,
believe
dude.
just how quickly the time has gone by. And
Yeah, it's nuts.
Motion Clinic, and I'm also very thankful that you've been able to showcase your results over the past year. And it's not always easy, right? Showing your face on social media and then just kind of being out there
Yeah,
for people.
don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you've been really good, right? But there's people, they're like, hey, I don't want to be on social media. Like, I don't want anything to
Yeah,
do with the public knowing that I've had a hair transplant.
yeah.
But you've been a good sport, and you've been,
Nah, it's all good, man.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
science, right? It's promoting.
Mhm.
It's trying
Yeah.
to help other people who want to get over their
Right.
fears of it too, right?
Mhm.
So it's whatever helps.
Yeah. And a
Absolutely.
lot of people have been looking at your videos, and they've been finding a lot of good information. And
Good.
just very thankful that they've been able to kind of follow your journey and looked at
That's
the
great.
progress from how you started off before up till now. And
Good,
we're
man.
just, we're just thankful that you've been able to just kind of show your personal side and share your experience with us. So just thank you
For
so much for
sure.
that. And
Yeah. No, thank
yeah,
you,
and
man. I show Big thanks to you
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
putting
No
it out
worries,
there.
man.
It wouldn't have happened, right?
Uh-huh.
So thank you, and thanks to
Yeah,
Motion
thanks
Clinic
to
for
Motion Clinic.
doing
Yeah.
it right. Big time.
But yeah, man. Hopefully we can do another follow-up maybe
Yep.
around, I don't know, maybe the 15-month mark, or
Sure.
maybe
Whatever you want, man.
year and a half, and I'll reach out, and
Whatever you want.
I still want to keep in contact with you and
Yep.
follow up on your progress. But thank you so much, Barry, for taking the time to show us your 1 year mark. And I'm sure
100.
a lot of people will really find this to be very helpful. And just thank you so much. And if you have any questions or any concerns that you want to reach out, I'm just an email away.
For sure.
Just keep that in mind. And yeah, hope everything
Yeah, man.
goes well with you. And until then, I guess we'll
Thanks, dude.
talk next time, man.
Okay, man.
All right, man. All right, Barry,
Take
take
it
care,
easy.
dude. Yeah. All
Bye
right.
bye.
All right. Take care. Bye.